Let me tell you something, it's highly unlikely that you will make money on the internet if you can't stick to doing the same thing over a long period of time. You will need a couple of years of consistent effort for it to pay off. And I'm not exaggerating, it's how it is. It's just the reality. This is exactly why you need to find something that you will truly enjoy, or you will quit before seeing any results. The truth about online business that nobody tells you is that every path is challenging in its own way. You always start with sky-high confidence that you will get results quick, that you will make money instantly. But it doesn't happen like that. You will always get crushed by reality, no matter what you choose. Let's take YouTube for example. Your first couple of videos will be awkward. You will be scratching your head thinking about what people do really want to watch. And your first 100 videos will be unwatchable. Or dropshipping. Everyone thinks that it's just putting products online. But then the reality hits. Weeks come by and nobody's buying your product. Or if you want to start an affiliate website, you need to be proficient in coding and search engine optimization. It all takes time. Every business model is hard in its own way. And the grass always seems greener on the other side. You start something, then you look at the other business model and you think that it's better. But it's not. Especially when you're scrolling through social media and see all these gurus trying to sell you their business model. But that's a lie, because every business model requires a lot of effort and time. That perfect business model simply doesn't exist. The real secret is to pick something you will enjoy and stick to this path for a long period of time. The market always pays premium for people that just stick to one path, but to find something that you will enjoy doing is not an easy task. I will recommend you first to observe what you're doing unconsciously, what you're watching on YouTube, which books do you read, what do you do in your spare time, what you love talking about. This is the most straightforward advice, because your unconscious doesn't lie. For example, if you spend a lot of time on social media, you should try to create your own content. Stop scrolling, start monetizing it. If you enjoy YouTube, start a YouTube channel. If you enjoy scrolling Twitter, then start a Twitter profile. If you love ordering products from Amazon, then you should try dropshipping. If you love finance, crypto, stocks, bonds, you should do something with that. If you love reading, start writing. But ideally, your work, your side hustle should have meaning to you. Imagine one person that just trades crypto or stocks, and the other person that is sending people to space. Who will want to work more? Of course, the second person. He's going to work harder because he has a vision. He loves what he's doing, and he sees the purpose of life in working. Even though you might enjoy something, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will find meaning in it. As Nietzsche says, a person who has a why can bear almost any how. But also you can find meaning later down the line. Frequently you just start something and then you will find a meaning to it. What Nietzsche overlooked is that a person who needs a why can find almost any how. It works for both sides. You just start something and then find purpose, or you can just find purpose and then start something. But I really recommend you to start something with someone else. If you can find something that you can work with your friend or with your brother, that will be an ideal thing to do. Because when we think about startups, it has usually several co-founders that work together. The small groups of people working on the same mission usually move a lot faster than a single person. It's because your partner keeps you accountable, and also you combine your skill sets. For example, recently I started an affiliate project with my brother. I won't disclose what it is, but I will make it soon. And I work as a front-end developer, and my brother works as a back-end developer. And that way we can move very fast, because we combined our skill sets. And if you can find a partner, a person who will work with you, that will be ideal. But you might ask, what if I found something, started working on it, but I don't enjoy it? Then you can of course pick something else. But you should be aware that you're just destroying your momentum. You're resetting your progress. Try to make your business model a success. Don't just avoid the difficulty. But still, if you don't enjoy it no more, you should pick something else. I had to stop a lot of side hustles. For example, my YouTube channel in Russian, where I have 3,500 subscribers. I had to reset my progress, and that set me behind a bit. But still, I think it's a good long-term decision. And you might face the same decisions. You might want to switch something, and that's okay. But you should be aware that you can't have this shiny object syndrome. You can't always jump around business models or skills and succeed. The market only rewards people that are consistent, that stick to one path. The other tip I have is to observe what you did as a child. When I was 10 to 15 years old, everything I did is just watching YouTube videos. That's it. And at 12 I started my Minecraft Let's Play channel. That was my genuine desire to be a YouTuber. So creating content just comes to me naturally, even though I'm introverted and I had zero skills when I started. But no matter what you start, even the thing that you love, you will be pretty bad at it. But if you stick to it, it becomes more and more enjoyable. We can take any skill, any example. The more you do it, the better it gets. The next tip I have is to complete a 16 personalities test or Myers-Briggs test. It will take you 10 minutes and you will have some revelations about yourself. Some people will discover sides of themselves that they didn't know existed. For example, I am INTJ, the strategist archetype. That means I have an introverted, intuitive, thinking, judging traits. I deeply enjoy planning and optimizing things. And not only on my online business ventures. In my life also, I try to optimize everything I can. I'm always trying to figure out how I can spend the least time possible on the things that don't matter. And I usually try to find tiny optimizations that just will free my time and give me more in return. For example, I have a stubble because it's a lot faster than clean shaving. That is just one of the things I'm optimizing. Figuring out how can make my YouTube thumbnails 10% better, or how can I improve email open rates or conversion rates. That gives me excitement. And if you will finish the 16 personalities test, you might find something about your personality you didn't know, and that will maybe point out to something that you will enjoy. But if you want to start a side hustle and start it quickly, just spend one day thinking, preferably in nature and without any distractions, without the phones, without the computers. Just take paper and pen with you and think. Just write your thought process. And that's a great way to find something new. Just think about it. And your first side hustle won't be perfect. I give you nearly a 100% guarantee that you will not succeed just because you have no skills and no clue about what you're doing. But after you spend some time on it, you will become better and better, and you will get results. That's just inevitable. If you stick to one thing, if you focus in it, there is no way you won't succeed. The hardest thing psychologically is to start. For that reason, you need to start as soon as possible. To have fewer "I wish I started this sooners," you need to start right away. Your skills will compound with time, your success will compound with time, if you will just stay focused. And if you think about that, 90% of people just can't stick to something. They just can't. You realize that you can pick whatever you want and succeed in it, if you will just be persistent enough. And if you want to stick to one path and succeed, the only obstacle is shiny object syndrome. It's when you try something new all the time and you can't succeed at anything because you're constantly resetting your progress bar. You have to avoid this, and for that reason I made a YouTube video about shiny object syndrome. You might want to check it out. See ya.